we dig enchantments.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to an early access edition of Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing Nashi in a special event where I'm playing with Duskmourn cards a few days before they come out. Nashi, Searcher in the Dark, cares about dealing combat damage to your opponent because when he does, you mill cards equal to his power, and then any number of enchantments or legendaries among those milled cards can be put into your hand. And you can either choose not to put any into your hand, or if you don't find any, Nashi will get bigger, meaning the next time he hits, he digs even deeper looking for more enchantments. And this deck, though you may see some enchantment synergy in here, is almost entirely enchantments. I tried to do my best to put in a large number of enchantments since I was playing this in early access against my friend Elliot. So shout out to Elliot. You can find his details below. I'll also go over the decks he's playing in this video. But first, let's go over what Nashi is. In this deck, we want to protect Nashi, increase his power, and remove our opponent's threats, all using enchantments. There's a few non-enchantments in here, but many of those non-enchantments are legendary, like Cridle of Baldur's Gate, Etrata, Urtai, and things like extra turn spells that are also legendary. That way you can still get them if you mill them with Nashi. If you're looking to make this deck a little bit less enchantment-y, you can always add in more counter spells and kill spells and big bout spells like Cyclonic Rift and River's Rebuke, but because I'm playing against a friend, I wanted this to be a cool deck that shows off a lot of the new cards from Duskmourn, because in Duskmourn, we actually have a lot of new enchantment synergy. We have the Eerie ability, which is like Constellation, but it also triggers on rooms unlocking, giving you some card advantage on cards like Entity Tracker. We also have cards like Fear of Imposters. This is an enchantment that's kind of like a counterspell, turning whatever spell your opponent casts into a 2/2 from their deck. We also have new pieces of removal like Unable to Scream that go great with Witness Protection and Eaten by Piranhas and Utter Insignificance, which are already great pieces of blue enchantment-based removal. But in black, we have even more new enchantment-based removal like Nowhere to Run. Nowhere to Run even gets through Hexproof and Ward, and because it triggers on entering the battlefield, you can use it with cards like Shimmering Chimera, which put it back into your hand so you can cast it again. This Nashi deck is so full of enchantments that you get to really try a lot of the new cards and have a lot of fun with them. So yes, we're going to take Nashi up against our friend Elliot, and let me go over what Elliot's running so I can show you what the matchup's going to be. Elliot's first deck is Nico Light of Hope. This is a tokens and enchantments build of Nico because Nico makes enchantment tokens. When Nico enters the battlefield, you make 2 shards, and you can exile a non-legendary creature you control and turn your shards into a copy of that creature, which could be very strong if your exiled creature happens to be something like Cityscape Leveler. This also works as a nice blink effect, though in this video you're going to see more on the side of just tokens. Because when you're making tokens, it's always fun to make even more tokens and double up your tokens, including Nico's. One of the hardest things about Nico Light of Hope is that they are the only source of shard tokens in Magic, all of Magic. The only way to make a shard is either Nico or Nico. You can also make copies, I guess, of your existing shards, but there's only so many cards that make copies of your existing tokens in Arena. So we're going to go up against Nico and see how those matches go. Nico, Light of Hope, I'm ready to see your shards and take them down. I have some protection. I have some whatever Mox Amber is. Yeah, there will be blinky clone things happening. Oh, Esper Sentinel. See, I'm really glad I played the Mox Amber early. Please don't kill Nashi. Yeah, have a card. Have a card. I need a Nashi. I got a box? Oh, 2 boxes! Thank you for letting me know. I have packages that have arrived. Arcane Signet. Okay, heart of the cards, Nashi. Let's go. The bigger the Nashi, the harder he hits. The more we mill. We got Wizard class or Sheldred. Let's take Sheldred. Oh, we get both! Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I'm now holding up regenerate. Next turn we can see hand. Oh, no Nico this turn. Gremlin Trainer! I can make a lot of blockers to stop the Nash. Okay, so there's the thing that makes extra tokens or counterspell. I'm gonna hit that since there's not enough mana for the counterspell right here. I want Nashi bigger for Nashtron. Nashitron, go. We hit Fear of Imposters, which is also kind of a counterspell. Behold the power of the ret. 2 shards. Graveyard be gone. So it takes 2 mana and a tap. Okay. There's currently not enough mana for counterspell. Okay, we hit 3. Oh. Apparently having this much card draw is starting to be a problem. Wait, easy solution! No maximum hand size! Oh, but now I'm not holding this up. It's fine. Elliot just DM'd me with Nashi is insane, so many cards. No whiffs, no whammies, only big boys. I think it's a good first game of proof of concept of the Nashi. Bless Cleric. Grab any enchantment. Put it on top of the deck. And the shards can be cracked open to get... Oh, so like... I could have seen with like 3 mana up, putting like witness protection on top and throwing it on Nashi. The card advantage is real. Oh my goodness. Oh, and 1 extra. I'll drop. Utter insignificance. And try to cast the Overlord of the Baelmerk for 2. That grabs me this entity tracker. And I'm just like, I'm holding up Regenerate or the Fear of Imposters because this is a counter spell. Sort of. It turns whatever spell there is into Manifest Dread. Okay, so Nico, that's fine. Because we can make Nashi fly next turn. He flies now? He flies now. I'm also going to make him indestructible. Bam. And we can actually put this onto the mithril coat. Since Rune of Flight works not just on creatures, but also on equipment. And we swing in. And it is a lethal swing with Nashi. GG, Elliot, a fine first game. I have 3 mana. 1 drop, a 2 drop, a 3 drop. This is an enchantment, but it does come in tapped, so I'm going to start with it. Since my hand is so blue, I will name Blue. Hey, Nico. I guess I've got Malcolm, but I'd rather start with Nashi. Just, like, get the Nashi out on turn 2. That's, I feel like, what I always want to be doing in this deck. Oh, Protean Thaumaturge. Except we're both playing enchantment stuff. Nashi mills 2, and... Oh, there's a Legends! It's Takenuma! Oh, I love that legendary lands do count. Since I have something with Flash and something else with Flash. Okay, see, the Ale side is protection. Oh, wait, you could become a copy of Nashi! And if their deck is enchantments... Ooh, maybe I should be soft on that. They get an Anointed Procession. It's only a little terrifying. I don't need to play the land yet, so I won't. Doing with Nashi and Malcolm. I hit 2. I like both of them. The fake Nashi can be protected by the Elsaid. I have to discard. I'll discard that. But I still want to try. Since the Twisted Embrace also buffs the Nashi. Protection from black. I tried to pack a lot of, like, weird aura-based removal, but not necessarily auras that go on my opponent's stuff. Oh, this is a Hullbreaker Heart. So there were no enchantments there. This happening means that Nico will make 4 shards? I think one of the hardest things about Nico as a card is that the only sources of shard tokens are Nico and also Nico. Nowhere to run! I feel like doing the Curator's Ward also would have been good, but I'm holding the Fear of Imposters. Have I tried the new Kaito Planeswalker? No, and I didn't put it in the set because there's only one ninja, and it's the commander. Okay, what if instead of this drawing you like 8 billion cards when Nico enters, what if you were a random 2/2? There's a new card that makes all creatures ninjas. You could already do that. That is not worth doing. You don't want to play one card in your deck for synergy. I think that that's just not a good idea. Like, oh yeah, I put Kaito in the 99, and I'm turning everything into ninjas in case I get that. Yeah, that's like using Maskwood Nexus. You can also use Adaptation, or you could use the Ley Line. 2 of those are 4 mana, 1 of them is 3 mana. To discard. We're almost at casting for free. I don't know if I need Black Market Connections. We are drawing so many cards. Is it lethal? It's lethal. Nico tokens taken down. Elliot's next deck is ready to rip and tear. Nico might not have had a big showing, but Rip is ready to rumble. Rip is a lot like Wily Duke. Cares about being tapped later in the turn, but instead of just drawing you a card, Rip puts a bunch of vehicles and creatures into your hand from the top cards of your deck. And the bigger Rip is, the more cards you look at and the more things you can get, as long as those things have different power. It's weird to think of a vehicle having power, but it does, even when it's not animated. You just find out what that power is when you happen to crew it up. And this also works great with other tapping abilities. Things like Convoke that you can tap to cast, the vehicles which you use to tap Rip, just attacking in with Rip. We have mounts as well, all helping Rip tap and slap. This is a very good deck for going wide and getting a ton of value out of a Selesnya card. You don't always think of Selesnya as having card advantage, but Rip certainly does. So let's see how our rat runs into Rip. Rip Spawn Hunter. I have removal that... How big is Rip? Rip's a 4/4, but removal does not kill the Rip. I do have a nice evasive creature, and I still have Nashi on too, so I think this is good. Sir. Fine tip of the hat. I guess I name Wizard since I have multiple wizards in my deck. Okay, so there's a goose here making mana. I could cook the goose with the virtue, but I really want Nashi on turn 2. Please, no removal for Nashi. Oh, Collector's Cage. Collector's Cage is a hideaway card that when you have 3 creatures with different powers, this bad boy will get you a free spell. I should try this in the Selvala deck. I still haven't built Selvala as a commander. It's a good card, yeah. And I whiffed. Whoops. Disenchantments, baby! And legends. Shrewd Storyteller. Is there anything to tap it here? There is not. Cards in hand. Growing Ice of Itlamok and One Last Job. I guess I'll hit One Last Job. Swing in. Oh, found removal. I guess I already had removal, but I found different removal. All of the silly enchantment-based removal. I am running the cartouches, though. Was I able to test the Fractured Realm room? I don't know what that means. Fractured Realm is the room that copies the thing, but it doesn't make non-legendary copies, so I think it would just kill Nashi. Alright, I've given myself Ward 1 and gotten some card draw. Nashitron active. I hit Eaten by Piranhas. Oh, and I drew a land. I am going to eat Rip Piranhas. Rip. Rip, rip. Oh, there's the side that doubles triggers. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. Like, I feel like you could put that into this deck, or you could put, like, a Roaming Throne in a deck, but I don't think it plays that nicely with kind of, like, the playing of the enchantments. Okay, there's a 1 power. Now there's a 2 power. Also, I have to pay the 2, dang it. Or do I? No, I do. Nashi learns how to fly. Enjoy your card draw. I'm not paying it. My god, Nashi. the things happen. We look at the top 4. You get Nowhere to Run and Otawara. It's really cool that you can get a land off that. Oh, let's play it. Nowhere to Run on the Esper Sentinel. And I'll play the Molting Snakeskin, even though I can't pay the 3. It's 2 extra damage! Go, Nashitron, go! And Nashitron is gone. I guess, yeah, it's like the choice between do you get rid of everything on Nashi? Or just free the commander. Yeah, I think this is the right move. And soon this collector's cage will, buffinate. Bring rights of Itlamok, looking for a critter. The Crit Lamok. Was the savior of the small. Oh, I just realized that's gonna trigger the collector's cage. I guess we'll find out what's under it. Guess I could stop it from triggering by using Utter Insignificance? Because that would also make thing into 1/1. Could also block, kill this, but that does not stop the collector's cage. Okay, they're not going for it. They're going for the growing rights. Become baby! I have Shimmering Chimera in here to recur cards like this. Oh, Sky Sovereign! Oh, Sky Sovereign was under the collector's cage. The removal is real. This also flippies. Alright, getting a 5/5 sounds probably good. Since I'd say Nashi is just gonna die to Sky Sovereign. Most of these will just die to Sky Sovereign. Test out the new survival mechanic. It's good! I'm testing out enchantments. Some of which are pretty cool. I guess I have Starlit Mantle, so I need like 2 extra. Wee Hobbit. I don't have a legend, so I can't use Karn's Temporal Sundering. I can protect one thing with Starlit Mantle. Attack with Overlord of the Bale Merc. Grab Urtai. You hear me like questioning, like that's the name of the card, right? Yeah, totally. I have to discard. I'm suffering from the successive card advantage. I'll drop the Shimmerwing Chimera. Even though, like, it'd be awesome to recur this, I think it's just too slow and vulnerable. Playing the Urtai to kill the Sky Sovereign means that Rip will still trigger. But I'll have a legend so I can cast Karn's Temporal Sundering next turn. Now that Sky Sovereign is a dude. Try to shoot it down with Urtai, who is a wizard. So Cavern of Souls, I guess, a bonus, uncounterable. Enjoy your card draw. Ripple still trigger, though, since survival. Survival of the fittest. Of the finest. Ooh, hover ship! Creatures and or vehicles. Oh, it doesn't work for, doesn't work for all of them, do it? Because they have to have different powers? The hover ship is putting the Overlord in jail. I guess I could free it with this. I still need a little bit more land to, like, play Nashi and be able to protect Nashi. Oh, you just manifest dread. Okay, Rip back in hand. Yeah, that's gone forever. Toughness 5 or less, it's gone. Gone for good. I guess I could swing. I don't really want to make an Urtai-tron. Oh, right, this has flash. Look at me not remembering anything. Discarding Here's Ward, Boots, Reaper, Rona. I'll drop Rona. Pay 3 life. Still looking for lands, not finding them. Swinging for 6 in the air, though. Yeah, Urtai-tron it is. Down 2/6. Kill a ton of mana with Itlamot. Hover ship can still block once. It's only crew 1, which is really nice. Yeah, Eerie is Constellation Plus. That's what, if you've heard me say Constellation Plus, that's what I'm talking about. Ever since Pilgrim. So many mana dorks. Oh, I guess mana dorks make a lot of sense with tappy things. Especially like Rish card that lets you tap other stuff. I feel like I have this in my other tap creatures stack. Hover ship active. Counter get. Oh, because that way you get to look 6 deep. Wait, but this means there's no blockers in the air. Okay, how much damage can I get? 1. But maybe I'll draw another aura that buffs power. Maybe. Ooh, but if they play Amara here, they might get Conclave whatever. Tribunal? I should know that card. I've played it so many times. I need 3 more damage. Oh, I guess I can technically get 1 damage off this too, but it would cost 5 mana, because I have to equip the boots. Is there Constellation in a set? No, there's Eerie, which is Constellation, but it also triggers when you unlock a room. I don't think I have that many rooms, or, like, any rooms in this deck, though. Gaining 4 life! Oh, no! There's technically a board wipe in this deck. I'm gonna start with a creeper to trigger the entity tracker. Trotta. I safely attack with Urtai. Doesn't matter doing it. Yeah, you can put Damnation in here. I just have Meat Hook Massacre and Meat Hook Massacre 2, the sequel to Meat Hook Massacre in this deck. But I don't have Cyclonic Rift. I don't have Damnation. I don't have River's Rebuke. This thing having flash is really cool. Somebody's talking about how you're like your other enchantresses versus this guy. It's a 2/3 too, not just a 2/2. I feel like that's the going rate on enchantresses is 2/2s. At the hover ship. Mara locks it on. Something can get a counter. And I can, I guess, negate the presence of it with the Starlit Mantle. Never mind, it's no attack except in the air. What's this 1 mana? Buff and Rip. Yes, you should put Damnation in many, many decks. 3 different vehicles, which have 3 different powers. Question mark 2 and 4. Nice. Oh, wait. 3, 2, 1 draw, because you drew 3 of them. The mysterious limousine exiling Urtai. I'll protect the Urtai. Triggers happen. Oh, this is the regular version of Wizard class, right? Because we're doing a direct challenge. Okay, so I have 7, 8 damage here. Oh, Mech Titan Core! Sorry. It's so rad! How many... Are there any artifact creatures? Yeah, there is, right here. Is there... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... There's enough to make Mech Titan. There's enough mana. I think still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Which means that there's a flying blocker that is flying Vigilant Trample Lifelink. Oh, no, they're tapping under it. Okay, they're not going for Mech Titan. Okay, I need you, Urtai, bigger. Draw a buff. That's very funny. I'm gonna go for it. Destroy Adeline. I don't have a way to do the surviving bit. Hey, Trotta, you can go in too. Yeah, we're super dead next turn. We connive. Turn you into a copy of something. I just need my 1 mana, 3 damage to face card in blue-black. That doesn't exist. Please kill me. Please kill me with Voltron. I don't have Bump in the Night in this deck. Was even Duplimancy for the dream of an army of Nashi's? I think I get... Okay, I get the Manifest Dread. Behold! Dread! I can't flip it up. It's not a creature. Oh, wait. I can technically flip it up because of a Trotta. But it would be a Planeswalker with no loyalty, so it would just die. Hey, Mech Titan! Hey, Mech Titan! Are there triggers happening here? I'm telling him right now, so happy to die to Voltron. We have a turn 1 Wizard class, or a turn 1 T-Bones, and then turn 2 Nashi. I'm gonna go for the turn 1 Tiny Bones here. And eventually, maybe, I'll have the Meat Hook Massacre too, with more meat, more hook, and more massacre. Behold, Nashi! I like the little cutscene they had made with Nashi. I think it's cute. The trailer for the set has him. Swinging in with Nashi and his best friend T-Bones. I mean, they technically have worked together. They're like co-workers. Rona! I'm not playing Rona though, I'm playing a Trotta. We got all the legends. The legends you do not want to block. Hello, Adeline. Adeline can't block Nashi. Can block Tiny Bones. And we'll be cloaking, which is manifest but legally distinct. Unless... I thought there might have been like a kill spell there. Nope, okay, we're good. An enchantment! And unlicensed hers! Oh, that might actually be worth flipping up at some point. I'm gonna go Swiftfoot Boots on Nashi to protect him. And Wizard class for value. I have no maximum hand size. We can level this up to draw cards and then get a buff when we draw cards. Nashi does not draw cards. Puts into hand. Adeline swings in, brings a little dude. I'm gonna block the little dude. Whenever a creature you control dies, you may pay 3 life if you do. Card comes back. Whenever opponent's creature dies, they may Otherwise, I get it. Okay, cool. Twitching doll. The more counters it gets, the bigger it gets, the better it gets, the nastier it is. Let's go for Nashi, Etrata. And not face down card. That would just die to Adeline. Okay, indestructible. So maybe double blocking Nashi. Oh no, this way you can prevent the Etrata and kill her too. Okay, combat research. That's actually amazing for me. Throw that there. The twitching doll is the kitty cat doll made out of spiders. It turns into spiders when you sacrifice it. And the more counters it has, by the way, it does not need to be the nest counters, it's any counters. The more it has, the bigger it pops. I'll go for this double block on Adeline. And the reason I'm going for this, so I'm hoping there's not removal, there could be, is since I think Adeline is just the problem for me here. And I don't have anything I'd really want to bounce back into hand. Not yet. This guy's got hexproof and ward 1. Alright, so went for a snakeskin veil, just to make sure Adeline would kill both. Otherwise it was a 1-for-1 trade. Make it a 2-for-2. Swinging with Nashi and Tiny Bones. Tiny Bones would like to cast an Adeline, thank you. Elspeth's Nightmare and Utter Insignificance. I'm gonna go for Elspeth's... Oh, right, I get all of them. I keep forgetting that I get all of them, because that's so much value. It's crazy. I'm gonna go Elspeth's Nightmare on the Twitching Doll. I do have enough for Meat Hook Massacre, too. The sequel to Meat Hook Massacre. Gear Shift Ace makes vehicles get first strike. Miriam makes your vehicles and mounts grow. Rip has an easy swing in here. And we'll see if she finds anything. Yeah. Good storyteller. Perf. Exiling Limousine, get out of here! Since this has first strike, Tiny Bones is not going in. They know about the Utter Insignificance. But do they remember? Does he remember? That's a good question. Nashi does not hit. Have another black source. Play Rona. I really want to flip Rona over and, like, get a bunch of auras onto her. Yeah, they're hurting for lands. Pass through. A now gone graveyard. I pay the 6 because I have a problem. I feel like this deck doesn't even need this for card advantage. I just really like it. So this could have come out, I think. Makes me wonder what the last card in hand is. Grace Protection. Does this target opponent? It doesn't matter because they won't have creatures. This is just gonna make me sacrifice 2 creatures. I'm not paying the life. The token, there we go. I still want to attack this turn though because Adeline still gets her trigger. That explains the pass through. Buxton! Oh, Big Bucks Buxton! Gonna get 2 different triggers here. One right after combat and one an end step. There sure is a leaf blower outside. Treasure. Alright, Trial of Ambition. Probably the Gear Shift Ace gets sacrificed here. I don't think either of us can afford to pay life. I'm gonna exile Buxton. Go for the kill. Urtai. Fine. Also, free goose. No good! Denied me my goose. My hard-earned turkey. GG, Elliot. Whoa. Our counterspell. Wait, we have another counterspell that's an enchantment? But it's our actual counterspell. Turn 1, I've got Marsh Flats. Crack that bad boy open for the Surveil land. Look at what's on top of the deck. Say, ooh, a land. Put it in the trash. We don't need a land. A tiny hobbit. Always bolt the bird. The Delighted Halfling has nowhere to run. So I am going to bop it. With this, I know it has flash, but once it taps for mana, it defeats the purpose of bolting the bird. Or, tormenting the hobbit. A Reluctant Role Model. Cool. Okay, I'll crack this open first. Get a lovely bit of blue. Rat baby, go. There's a new Starlit Mantle card that only costs 1 mana, but it's in white, so I can't run it in this. Kind of bums me out. Are you gonna get a flying? Lifelink or +1/+1 counter? When this dies, something else get those counters. +1/+1. Cool. Caravan, nice. Gives you another way to tap things. And with 1 mana left, it's a Swords to Plowshares on Nashi. Ah, nah. She dead. I have a feeling we're gonna be making a utterly insignificant role model. And mana draining rip. I get extra mana next turn and can set up Nashi with protection. Whee! Kill a 2/2. Nashi! I can't hold up the Starlit Mantle and play the Shimmerwing. But I really want to play the Shimmerwing because of the Nowhere to Run. Like, I want to put it back into my hand. So I'm going to roll Greed. Oh, this targets. Neat. Almost enough mana for Rip. If there's a land here, there will be. I don't trust like that. Take 2. Oh, the Weatherlight. That's a cool vehicle. Kind of funky one. As we're gonna return Nowhere to Run to hand. Swing in with both, as we can. Get 2. I'm gonna put the Rune of Mortality onto Nashi. This will draw a card and give him Death Touch. Nice. What does Nashi do? It gets you Legends and Enchantments when you mill on hit. Enclave Tribunal. We wait for it to target. It targets Nashi. Wait, it targets Shimmerwing Chimera? It doesn't matter which one. We're going to hit it with the Starlit Mantle, and then we can put the Starlit Mantle back into hand if we want to. I don't think I do, though. It's one of those things where, like, I get to repeat the Hexproof, but then Nashi won't be as big. I should probably do it anyway. All right. Starlit Mantle back in hand. Smaller Nashi. Pridal can make something unblockable. Mill 2, that's a Tiny Bones. We love Tony Bones is here. Yeah, this is Rat Baby. Rat Baby and the recurable protection. Aw, shoot Storyteller. I think they know I'm gonna try to hit it with Nowhere to Run. Eee. I return Nowhere to Run to hand. That's why Shimmerwing Chimera is in the deck. It's cool! Just in case. Damage happens. Triggers happen. We can recast one of these. I'll happily take that. Now she got a counter since we whiffed. Pay 1 for the Hobbit. There's a Silent Hall Creeper on top of my deck. Neato. Hold up all my cool weird instant speed things. Who's my portrait? This is Winter. He's a jerk. A Platoon Dispenser will be able to make extra dudes, just probably not this turn. So I'm just throwing the Starlit Mantle onto Nashi here. So he has more power. Submit 0. And swing in. Make the Chimera unblockable by paying 2 with Cridle. This is already unblockable because of the Menace. And now it's lethal! GG, Elliot! This hand has Ghost Form. That's good for Nashi. It has some removal. It has extra turn. Those all seem good. The Delta. Innkeeper life gain. Oh no! On the play! Also ramp. How am I supposed to deal with turn 1 ramp? Ah! Oh no, that was supposed to be the Surveil land! Ah, it's fine. I don't need it. Now forever desperately want to know what's on top of my deck. Nashi, go! Is Nashi gonna die? I feel like Nashi's about to get swordled. Swords to plowshared. There's enough mana for rep. Oh, it's gonna be the horse instead. And first strike means I can't attack in with Nashi. Unless I kill this first. Or something like that. Which, I gotta this thing. Yeah, let's do it. No horse. Norse. Oh, horse with protection. Never mind then. Form of ghost. Somebody named Horse the Guy in Twitch chat just posted a sad face in response to my attempts to obliterate the horse. I gain a life. Oh my gosh, the saddle, it's the perfect amount! It's gonna be unicorns. What do I have against horses? Have you met me? I don't trust horses. Horses are a menace. They're a problem. Their mere existence causes me a grave frustration. I can pay the land, pay 3 for the land, fell the profane on one of these. Swing in, that's not good though. I think it's gonna be better to kill the steed or rip here. Did I get kicked by a horse as a kid? I just don't trust horses. They're too big for how stupid they are. Any prey animal that's bigger than a human, I feel can't be trusted. They're so likely to just randomly kill you. Oh, Snugglencopter. Like a moose, yes! Moose are too big! Not that they have many predators anymore. Car. And even then, they wreck the car as much as the car wrecks them, because they weigh a ton. Can you trust a hippo? No! Hippos are murder machines! Orca, yes. An orca may hunt and kill the moose. Which is weird to think about, but totally true. Is a hippo a prey animal? A hippo is like a weird neutral thing where it doesn't hunt. It's just a prey animal that's really good at protecting itself. If that makes any sense. But I don't know if hippos have many predators. They definitely don't have predators in South America because they were artificially introduced. The horse! I need my tunnels. Quick, hit him with the baby! Make him bigger. No predators for hippos. The giant armored mammals, yup. Horse! Okay, what do I have? I have nowhere to run. Yeah, that's telling. I have nowhere to run. I imagine if, like, a lion is desperate, it'll go for a hippo. But it's not easy prey. Oh no, I've totally lost this. Also, we're talking about hippos. Nile crocodiles, lions, and spotted hyenas are known to prey on young hippos. But adult hippos are usually not preyed upon because of their aggression and size. But large lion prides will prey on adult hippos, but it is rare, which makes sense because they're really hard to kill. They're too big. No, you need the whole gang to come in there and kill that hippo. This hand has some removal in it. It has a way to steal. Oh, it has a haste and protection card too. Nice. Lava spare boots. If I get a land next turn, might be better for me to wait in case there's some cheap removal for Nashi. No ramp this time, though. Oh, this is great. I'll go for, like, Tiny Bones instead. Get myself a second threat. Yay! Go get him, Tiny Bones! Good old Tony Boneses. There's a baby hippo that's blowing up on Twitter and TikTok right now. I think I've seen pictures of it. It's a baby pygmy hippo, right? We had one of those at the Boston Zoo about 2 years ago, I think it was. And it was so cute to get to see. I got to see it a bunch of times. They're so little. It's free Prosperous Innkeeper. Oh, unblockability. Yeah. That's good against a go-wide deck. No, I don't think that hippo's gonna get that big because it's a pygmy hippo, if I remember right. Go for Nashi or stop the rip. Go for Nashi. Maybe I'll even hit a legendary land. No, I hit Meathawk Massacre and Black Market Connections. What if I stole Rip? That'd be so like me. Weatherlight. Neat. There's enough mana for it, too. Oh, but there are decisions happening. I need a land to cast this, though. Weatherlight! It's crew 3. Okay, so it can't block here. Snakeskin. I don't think Snakeskin's going to be as useful in this matchup. See what I can get off Nashi. These two. I'm gonna go for this card draw because I'd really like a land. I'm making Rip utterly insignificant. In protest! In protest here! I'm gonna drop Shimmerwing Chimera and Starlit Mantle. Yeah. The Molting Snakeskin increases the power, though. That's what's nice here. I did this on my turn, in part because, unfortunately, Nashi suffers from putting too many cards in my hand, and I didn't want to discard anymore. Uh-oh, Essica's Chariot. This goes so wide. I'm so glad Nashi has flying right now. Whether, like, can find them a legend, or I guess it's a historic card, so it could also be, like, an artifact. Nice! Spymaster's Vault. Not gonna go for the snake skin here. Ox Amber! And whatever this thing is. But it's like a land! I mean... if I hit that, that's just gonna get hit by the hover ship. I think we want to set up for the Meathook Massacre. And I can try to steal Stram out of the graveyard in a little bit. I wanted to run lots of enchantment-based removal to increase our thematicness of the deck. But things like Mire's Grasp are not that good. Yeah, I feel like cards like Mire's Grasp are what would come out for mass removal in the final version of this deck. Like, if I were running this in the Brawl queue, things like Cyclonic Rift, Damnation, those are great additions to the deck to help reset when you get behind. Here comes the hover ship. Is Etrata going to jail, or is Nashi going to jail? Alright, Etrata's going to jail. To open up for a slightly better swing here, maybe. T-Bone's still itching to block. We're itching to swing in. There's now 2 potential aerial blockers, though. Yeah, and if those are, like, kept back, that could be a very cute way of, like, oh, I'm gonna hit Nashi, and it's like, but wait, unblockable. How much do you need to crew these? Crew 1 and crew 3, so they can crew both. I let Nashi die and then just Meat Hook Massacre the board away. That actually sounds pretty good. I'm gonna do it. Go for it, Nashi! Oh. Nashi is land. Nice work, Nashi. These 2 vehicles will still stay out. Rip can be replayed next turn. Oh my god, it's the unnerfed Meat Hook Massacre. Just like how Wizard class is in this deck and is nerfed right now. Oh, that's so wild. Here comes Rip. Rip into Weatherlight. Weatherlight finds stuff. Rip finds stuff. No, actually, never mind. The Weatherlight didn't find anything. But that's 2 cards. You work for me now, Rip. Tiny bones. Oh my god, I hit something. Yay, Rip! I'm the Rip deck now. No, my Rip that I stole! Ah, Rip. So none of these can run, because they don't have haste. What's the most damage I could do? Okay, 4, 5, 6. Seven. Boots on the cat. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. GG. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hope you like seeing Nashi in action, and thank you so much to Elliot for playing against me. If you want to find Elliot, you can find him on Twitter. I've linked to his Twitter below. He's a cool guy in the Magic community, so I'm happy that he was able to put together some decks to play against this Nashi Searcher in the Dark Brew. This deck, I would not run it as is in the regular Brawl queue. It's one of those things where building around Dimir Enchantress is a very limited pool. And while, yes, we were able to do some fun stuff here, I think that it's going to be better to add in a bit more good stuff that's going to make for some more non-games. I'm talking about, like, turn 1 thought seizes, I'm talking about kill spells, counter spells, taking out some of the less important enchantments and putting in better things. Even though, like, that's more card advantage from Nashi. If Nashi doesn't find anything, that's fine. He still gets a +1/+1 counter. I did like the unblockability and haste in this deck, and cards like Cridle to help Nashi get through feel like they are essential to the strategy. I do want to bring up that Damnation, the mono black board wipe, has been added to Arena, so that could also be a cool card to put into this deck to help catch up. It's not just about cyclonic rifts and rivers or bukes. Sometimes you gotta destroy everything. But it was fun to get to play with a bunch of the new cards like Overlord of the Baelmerk. Is that what you're really called? Wow, it is. Enduring Curiosity, who got that lethal in that one game. That was awesome. And of course, the Entity Tracker. I also am kind of sad to say that the amount of protection I put in was, it was the right amount. There's so much removal out there for Nashi, and being able to give him Hexproof on demand is good, but I'm not sure if it's worth 2 mana. It might be better to just keep running things like Swiftfoot Boots and Mithril Coat, which is legendary, to keep getting more off of Nashi. If they ever add more Dimir payoff or enchantments, or if the existing payoff, like Euphemia, I want to say is her name, get better, like that's the kind of stuff that might make this deck more runnable as pure Enchantress where I have it, versus running into more good stuff, especially legendary good stuff. And do not take out the legendary good stuff. It's awesome with Nashi. Getting to get a Trotta or a Urtai out of your deck is great, just by hitting with Nashi. I do like the strategy also of playing Nashi on turn 1 and just going straight for face, or turn 2. You just gotta get the Nashi in there. It's fun. I like it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.